Not every gift is a blessing. Some gifts arrive wrapped in beauty, kindness, and opportunity, but hidden inside them is sorrow, delay, spiritual bondage, and destiny diversion. In life, what you accept can determine what you attract. Many people pray for favor, yet unknowingly welcome misfortune through what they allow into their hands, homes, and hearts. Today, we expose 9 dangerous gifts that may look harmless but carry consequences. Wisdom is not just knowing what to receive, but knowing what to refuse. Gifts that compromise your values. Any gift that requires you to bend your morals, silence your convictions, or justify sin is not a blessing, it is a trap. When a gift demands that you become someone else to keep it, it carries a cost higher than its value. Misfortune begins when integrity is exchanged for convenience. Gifts that create unhealthy dependency. Some gifts are designed to make you dependent instead of empowered. When someone gives you something so that you can never walk away, think freely, or stand on your own, that gift becomes a chain. True blessings strengthen you. Dangerous gifts weaken your independence. Gifts given with hidden control. Beware of gifts that come with invisible strings. If accepting something means surrendering your voice, freedom, or decision-making, misfortune is near. Control disguised as generosity eventually turns into manipulation and regret. Gifts that feed pride and ego. Some gifts inflate the ego and poison humility. When a gift makes you feel superior, untouchable, or above correction, it opens the door to downfall. Pride invites destruction, and gifts that exalt you beyond character will eventually expose you. Gifts that distract you from purpose. Not every opportunity aligns with destiny. Some gifts pull you away from your calling, consuming your time, energy, and focus. If a gift makes you abandon purpose for pleasure, it may bring temporary joy but long-term loss. Gifts given out of guilt or fear. When you accept gifts because you are afraid to offend, afraid to say no, or afraid of rejection, you surrender your peace. Fear-based acceptance often leads to regret-filled living. Peace should never be sacrificed for politeness. Gifts that carry emotional debt. Some gifts make you feel forever indebted, emotionally, mentally, or spiritually. When gratitude turns into obligation, and obligation turns into bondage, misfortune quietly enters your life. Gifts that open doors to temptation. Any gift that constantly exposes you to temptation, weakness, or destructive habits is dangerous. What repeatedly pulls you toward compromise is not from God, no matter how attractive it appears. Gifts that silence your discernment. The most dangerous gifts are those that make you ignore warning signs. When excitement over a gift causes you to dismiss inner discomfort, counsel, or spiritual unease, misfortune is already knocking. Not everything offered to you is meant for you. Some gifts are tests, others are traps, and only a few are true blessings. Wisdom is knowing when to say thank you, but no. Protect your destiny by guarding what you accept. A refused gift today may save your future tomorrow. One of the earliest and most dangerous signs that a gift will attract misfortune is inner uneasiness. Deep within your spirit, something feels off. There is no clear reason you can explain, no visible problem you can point to, yet your heart is unsettled. This quiet disturbance is not fear or imagination, it's discernment at work. Often, God speaks first through peace, and when peace is missing, it is a warning signal. But because the gift appears attractive, beneficial, or timely, many people silence that inner voice and convince themselves that everything will be fine. The danger intensifies when appearance begins to override perception. The gift looks good, sounds good, and seems to solve a problem you've been facing, so you reason your way past the warning. You tell yourself, maybe I'm overthinking, or this is too good to miss. In doing so, excitement replaces wisdom, and desire drowns out discernment. What should have been a moment of pause becomes a rushed decision, and the spirit's alarm is ignored. Ignoring uneasiness does not make it disappear. It only postpones its consequences. That inner disturbance often grows stronger after acceptance, transforming into confusion, stress, and regret. Peace leaves, clarity fades, and what once looked like a blessing begins to feel heavy. The gift starts demanding emotional, mental, or spiritual payments you were never prepared to make. Many people later say, I felt it from the beginning, but I didn't listen. That statement alone reveals how powerful discernment truly is. Uneasiness is not meant to limit you. It is meant to protect you. It acts as a spiritual checkpoint, urging you to slow down, pray, seek counsel, and examine motives. When you ignore it because the gift looks good, you choose surface value over Inner truth. True wisdom learns to respect that quiet warning and understands that anything which steals your peace before acceptance will multiply trouble after acceptance. What you walk away from in obedience today may be the very thing that saves your destiny tomorrow. Another clear sign that a gift may attract misfortune is when it is surrounded by pressure and urgency. You are not given time to think clearly, pray sincerely, or seek wise counsel. Instead, you are rushed with phrases like, decide now, this opportunity won't wait, or if you don't take it today, you'll lose it forever. Such urgency is often designed to override wisdom. Anything truly meant for you will not require panic. It will allow space for peace and confirmation. Pressure works by disabling discernment. When you are hurried, your mind focuses on what you might lose rather than what you could be risking. Fear of missing out replaces thoughtful evaluation. The enemy of destiny often uses haste because haste prevents reflection. You are pushed to act emotionally instead of spiritually, and decisions made under pressure are rarely aligned with long-term purpose. Another danger of urgency is that it discourages prayer and counsel. You are made to feel that pausing to pray is unnecessary, or that involving others will complicate things. Yet, every major blessing from God can withstand prayer, examination, and godly advice. If a gift cannot survive prayer, it was never sent to bless you. What resists the light of counsel often hides something in the shadows. Over time, people realize that what was rushed into their lives became difficult to manage. The same gift that demanded quick acceptance begins to demand continuous sacrifices of peace, integrity, or freedom. What enters your life through pressure often stays through control. Wisdom understands this truth. Urgency is a red flag, not a favor. True blessings come with clarity, not confusion, with peace, not panic. When something pressures you to accept immediately, it is inviting you to bypass discernment. Learn to slow down. A delayed decision is better than a lifelong regret. If it is truly meant for you, it will still be there after prayer. If it disappears when you pause, then its departure is already your deliverance. One of the most revealing signs that a gift carries misfortune is when, after accepting it, you begin to change in ways that violate your values, boundaries, or identity. At first, the change is subtle. You don't notice it immediately because it doesn't demand a complete transformation all at once. Instead, it begins with small compromises. Things you once refused now feel negotiable, and lines you once protected slowly begin to blur. What you tolerated before accepting the gift is not the same as what you tolerate after. And that shift is the warning. Over time, the gift starts redefining your behavior. You speak differently, think differently, and act differently, not because you've grown, but because you've adjusted yourself to protect what you received. You begin justifying actions that once troubled your conscience. You silence your convictions to maintain comfort, access, or approval. When something causes you to betray your inner principles in order to sustain it, that thing is no longer a gift. It has become a master. Another danger is the erosion of boundaries. What once made you uncomfortable now feels normal. You allow conversations, environments, or behaviors you once avoided simply because saying no might threaten the gift. Boundaries exist to preserve identity, and when they collapse, identity follows. Slowly, you lose clarity about who you are and what you stand for, all in the name of keeping what you accepted. The most tragic aspect is that people around you notice the sea and before you do. Those who knew your values see the shift, hear it in your words, and sense it in your decisions. Yet you defend yourself, unaware that the gift is quietly reshaping you. Anything that requires you to become less honest, less disciplined, less principled, or less authentic is extracting a hidden price. True blessings enhance who you are. They do not erase you. They strengthen character, not compromise it. When something forces you to abandon your identity to sustain it, misfortune has already entered through the door of acceptance. Never accept anything that costs you yourself, because losing who you are is the greatest loss of all. One of the most dangerous signs that a gift carries misfortune is when it creates fear of losing the giver. Instead of gratitude, the gift produces anxiety. You become constantly aware that your comfort, access, or benefit is tied to someone else's approval. Slowly, your peace becomes conditional, and your confidence is replaced by caution. You are no longer free. You are careful. Every word, action, and decision is measured by one question. Will this upset them? This fear pushes you into silence. Things that once bothered you deeply are now swallowed quietly. You stop expressing your true thoughts, concerns, or convictions because honesty might threaten the relationship or the gift itself. Your voice fades, not because you lack truth, but because speaking truth feels risky. When silence becomes the price of security, misfortune has already taken root. Control soon follows fear. The giver may not openly demand loyalty, but their influence shapes your behavior. You adjust your choices to avoid disapproval. You tolerate discomfort to preserve access. You accept unfair treatment, emotional pressure, or moral compromise because losing the giver feels more frightening than losing your peace. This is how generosity transforms into dominance, subtle, steady, and destructive. Living in fear of losing someone slowly erodes identity and self-worth. You begin to believe that without the giver, you will lose value, opportunity, or direction. That belief is a lie. No genuine blessing makes you afraid to stand in truth. Anything that holds you hostage to fear is not sent to help you. It is designed to control. True blessings do not demand emotional captivity. They allow freedom, honesty, and dignity. When a gift or relationship requires you to stay silent, uncomfortable, or small to keep it, wisdom demands that you step back. It is better to lose a gift than to lose your courage, your voice, and your peace.